Hello everyone and welcome to the Richmond Raceway for the running of the AAA 300 here at Richmond. First time this track is in the chase. It's been an exciting race the past few years, and it's Texas Star Racing who has dominated this track in the CRTS. Right now the points though, Carson Bauers starts on pole, but he sits 1 point behind Logan Cloud after Mosport. Austin Murray has lost his 15-point gap and now 9 points behind Cloud and Bauers. Irving Allison sits 12 back in 4th. DJ Curtis 16 back in 5th. Gibson 20 back in 6th. Jay Jefferson 23 back in 7th. Anderson Reed 28 back in 8th. Matty Porta 29 back after almost winning if the fuel held up. He's back in 9th in points now. Carter Friesen 42 points back. If you take a look at him, he's starting 9th. He's 42 back after being involved in the big one at Mosport, and now he has a very monumental hill to climb. He wants to get back into the championship hunt. 6 races left, and you see right there with the purple nameplates and the purple spoilers, those 5 drivers inside the top 10 are chase contenders. Carter Friesen, though, in that 85 really needs to turn it around. And one driver fighting for more than a chase, but this week he is sporting a special paint scheme for the Great Mills High School and 2 fallen IndyCar drivers. Anderson Reed in this 41, of course. Angiato has had Czech for Andretti on the car, or on the truck all season long since the passing of John Andretti earlier this year, and Mike Stefanik will be on the back of the truck as well. But the logo on the front is Great Mills High School. If you remember the Great Mills school shooting a couple of years ago, Anderson Reed, that is the school he went to. So he is fighting in an all-black number 41. It's going to be special if he could win today. He's just looking for a great finish, but of course, he's driving for more than just a race win. Anderson Reed and this 41 team, a great tribute there, and they're going to hope that they can come out of this one a bit higher in the points. But again, there's more on this truck that's more important than just a chase run. Further up, though, Eli Bright, he rolls off this number 8 in the 5th position. He is your defending race winner. He won this race with the Coors Light colors last season in the number 28, looking to repeat today. If Tib Foster and Zachary Fitzwater were able to sweep the first 3 races for Angiato at Mosport, Jay Jefferson won Season 1 and Eli Bright won Season 2. Could it be Eli Bright's chance again today to try to win that one? He's going to roll off from 5th. And Sebastian Kukulon in that 12 rolls off 4th. Great job by Dusty Neal, though, in the Sharpie number 97. That is his 2nd front row start on a short track this season. South Boston, he had the pole. Looking to bring a first top 10 this season for Cloud Foster Racing Operations, the team that won the Crown Royal Truck Series, the Crown Royal 300 last season. Dusty Neal looking to do good. But Carson Bauers on pole, really trying to gain those points and get himself higher up in the chase grid, hopefully to the top of the charts. He'll have to hold off Logan Cloud, Austin Murray, and the rest of the chasers. But we're going to go ahead down trackside for commands to fire the engines here at the AAA 300 at Richmond.
Drivers, start your engines!
Pepsi and the NSDCA have teamed up this season to bring you the Pepsi Pole Award for the fastest qualifier in all 22 Crown Royal Truck Series races this season. Carson Bauers for Angiato gets his first pole of the season and his 3rd pole in the CRTS. He's looking to put himself into victory lane for his first career win in the Crown Royal Truck Series. Can he do it? We'll find out after 80 laps at the AAA 300. With that, the engines are fired. 40 drivers rolling off for 80 laps. Here at the AAA 300, Carson Bauers starting on pole, his first pole this season, but his 3rd all-time in the Crown Royal Truck Series. Not a great qualifier this season, but happy to be finally getting a strong start. 40 trucks in this grid, of course, 10 of them being chase contenders, those marked with the purple spoiler. Those guys are the ones you'll be watching all race long to see where they finish. That's how you will see how the points are working out. Jay Jefferson and Matty Porta, horrible qualifying starts for both of them. Porta 25th and Jay Jefferson 32nd. As well, DJ Curtis rolls off 31st. 5 of the 10 chasers are in this top 10 with only 1 in the top 5, that being Carson Bauers. 4 from 6th to 9th. Murray, Reed, I believe Allison, and Friesen. Coming down the front straightaway. 80 laps, green flags in the air. We are racing once again here at Richmond. Inside line all bunched together. Eli Bright was looking for a possible move on Perez into the corner. Now Perez gets shoved through the corner by Eli Bright. That's going to allow Carson Bauers to pull away. Eli's going to clear himself into third. Now Anderson Reed making a move, as now Dusty Neal could be going 3 wide already with Sebastian Kukulon. Those two have history from Atlanta last season. Those two might not be too clean with each other. Eli Bright, the defending winner, he's now up to third already, and Anderson Reed in that beautiful all-black truck, he's up in fourth. Again, he's fighting for more than just a race win, but that would be great to do, especially in this truck. Anderson Reed now pulling out right now all alone. Paul Jackson in the 13, issues off the start for him. He's fallen off of the pace. Carson Bauers leads them back down into turn 1 as Anderson Reed is now all over Jose Perez. 3 laps through this one. Carter Friesen now up to 4th. You got Riley Spurley, Logan Cloud moving his way up as Murray and Allison make the ride back. Carter Friesen now looks for 3rd on Anderson Reed. That's great for him. Carter blew an engine after crashing in the big one at Mosport. He is now seated 42 points behind Logan Cloud and Carson Bauers. This is a big day for him if he can hold on over his driver, Logan Cloud. He needs all the points he can over them to get back into the title hunt. Riley Spurley in the truck that won this race last season. He's right now side by side with Butcher for 5th, but looking for 4th now as he's going to try to maneuver around Anderson Reed as well. The Orbit number 28 as they dive into the corner. He's side by side with him. DJ Gibson now putting that 53 up here. He's one of the underdogs. 0 wins, but very consistent. Came out with those bonus points, or no bonus points actually. He's one of 3 drivers without bonus points heading into this, heading into the chase. As we had a spin on the front straightaway. Caution is out. Paul Jackson might have got another piece of it. Antoine Smith in the 0-2. He has some damage, and it looks like that is Kyle Corbett on pit road for Rockstar Energy Racing as well. Gunnar Matheson is going to bring that 72 truck down pit road. 6 of 80 complete. So that 72 is going to bring it on down. We'll see what their strategy is there. But Carson Bauers right now your race leader. Everyone's trying to sort back out before the pit road, I believe, before they head down pit road. It does not look like we're going to see many takers, if any. It's only been 6 laps. You can't really tear tires up too bad in 6 laps unless you do spin it around. Fuel window's about 45 to 50 laps here, so we should be only seeing 1 pit stop this race in an 80-lap event. Carson Bauers was able to jump away into the lead early on, get a bonus point for leading a lap. Let's go ahead, take a look, and see what happened. Bring out the first caution of the day here at the AAA 300. First caution of the day here at Richmond. Kyle Corbett was on the outside line, and his car just expires. Smoke pours from it, and he tries to get to the inside. DJ Curtis is there. They make contact. Gunnar Matheson gets a piece of it. So will Antoine Smith, Eric Monaco, and Zach Rogers. Nowhere really for those guys to go as Kyle was just stopped up there. Antoine came in pretty fast, though, with a truck smoking in front of him. On board with Curtis, though, you just see the 7. It blows up and cuts right down in front of DJ. Contact there. DJ continues on, though, but has some minor damage. Another angle of that, Kyle Corbett in the 7. He was the one that brought out the caution, but we saw Paul Jackson had some damage while we were running around a few laps ago. Paul Jackson actually had an incident beforehand with Zach Rogers and Antoine Smith and a couple others, as he got hooked by Maxwell Fye into Antoine Smith and Zach Rogers. So those 3 have some damage from that. Get you guys back to the action here at the AAA 300. Early on, we see our first couple incidents. Bring you guys back to the action after this. Back live at the AAA 300. Carson Bauers is still your race leader. 10 laps through this event. 1 driver out. That is the 7 of Kyle Corbett. Gunnar Matheson goes a lap down due to repairs on pit road. And when he came down, Carson Bauers, your race leader. Jose Perez in 2nd. Carter Friesen 3rd. Spurley 4th. And DJ Gibson 5th. In 6th is that 00 Ryan Butcher. 7th, Anderson Reed. 8th, Dusty Neal. 9th, Logan Cloud. 10th, Cody Goforth. Interesting here, each chase driver separated by 1 non-chase driver here. So 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, and 9th, all chase contenders. Cody Goforth, Dusty Neal, Ryan Butcher, Riley Spurley, Jose Perez looking to be playoff spoilers here, but we're coming down to take the green flag once again. 10 laps through, coming on to lap 11. Green flags back in the air. We are racing once again in the AAA 300 already. Carter Friesen trying to make short work of Jose Perez go for this race lead. He needs those bonus points just as much as the 25, but Anderson Reed shoved wide. That might have been some play by the 91 and 97. We'll get a replay of that once we can. But Carson Bauers now pulling away. This truck trying to win his first race of the season, win his first CRTS race of his career. Ryan Butcher in this 00. Remember, Shade Burkhart Racing only has one truck in the chase. That's Irving Allison in the bright orange 82 way back there at the end of the picture. But Ryan Butcher, Brady Burkhart, Alex Binyako still not going to give up. They're going to race hard, try to get wins for SBR. Butcher up here in 5th. Logan Cloud clear into 6th. Diego Yepes, what a run this is for Shepherd Racing's Diego Yepes. Moving out to Butcher Gatorade Motorsports next season in the SDCS as Eli Bright dives under Dusty Neal. Diego's doing everything he can for Shepherd. Battle for the race lead. Carter Friesen has cleared him. Now Bauers dropping back. Ryan Butcher sliding up on Gibson. We'll get back to Yepes in a minute as we are having a battle up here for 2nd through 5th. Gibson loses a spot. Now Carson Bauers is going to lose a lot of time. Antoine Smith coming off of pit road. That's dangerous. Last season, Bob Helipad did the same thing and ended up taking him 4 wide and crashing everyone. Maxwell Fye also going to have to come back out onto the track. Let's hope that no one crashes heading into the corner. Burkhart and Onjak are going to get close to it, but nothing there. No damage between them. Back up front, though, Carter Friesen in the race lead. He wants to win this race. He has a lot of points to make up, and that's what he's doing right now, trying to do his best. But Logan Cloud and Carson Bauers being so far up front isn't really going to help him. But Bauers really hoping that Cloud does not get the run that Cloud usually has in these races and hopefully goes back to his bad luck. That's what Carson Bauers is hoping. Meanwhile, Cloud hoping that he continues this momentum from Mosport and Chicagoland into the final rounds of the chase. Logan Cloud and this 91 team, they are the first time that this team, I believe, has made the chase since Season 1. They did not in Season 2 with Carter Friesen. But Logan Cloud, the switch to GMC after Chevy pulled out, they're really showing the speed now. They're first in the championship standings entering this. Right now they would be behind Carson Bauers as it's only 1 point between them. But Logan Cloud and this team, 3 wins on the season, hoping to tie and even break Diego Yepes' all-time season record of 4 that he set last season. Carson Bauers making a move on Ryan Butcher. Cautions back out. Might be a big one down here, and it's Eli Bright defending race winners in it. John Dilks to the grass to try to avoid it. Jay Jefferson was in the grass. So some chaos there, and we'll go ahead, rack 'em, stack 'em up for another restart. Jose Perez, I don't know what he's doing. Carter able to run it back around there. You see the pace truck coming out. He will pick up Carter Friesen at the point of this one as the rest of the field cycles their way on around. Already a wild start to this race. Couple spins right off the bat. Paul Jackson, Antoine Smith, Gunnar Matheson, those guys all had issues. And now Eli Bright, the defending race winner, he has some damage for that number 8 truck. Heartbreaking there, especially this 8 truck is the weakest full-time truck on Texas Star Racing. The weakest truck in the grid for TSR is that 21. But Eli Bright, he was having a good showing today. Not going to happen now. Carter Friesen stays out, but everyone is coming on down. Perez, Bauers, everyone. Stapleton's going to stay out. Onjak stays out. We'll get the full list of who stayed out in a minute, but here comes Jose Perez. We're going to watch Carson Bauers' pit stop, though, and that championship performing crew as they go down for a 4-tire pit stop on Carson Bauers. Can't even see from that angle, but you see the other 3 chase drivers, so I guess we'll look at them too, Murray, Reed, and Allison. And you see Eli Bright bringing that number 8 down pit road. Carson Bauers now going to get them out, but we will have the pit right there. Bauers will be the first one out. Perez, it looks like Cloud tried to jump him. Yepes Kukulon are up there. Tib Foster's up there. Last week's winner, Stephen Wallace Jr. moving that 27 up into the battle. Jay Jefferson's going to pick up a few spots there. Jake Galloway, Alex Benyako side by side. We're going to look up in front. 3 drivers coming on down. That's Eric Monaco, Maxwell Fye, Antoine Smith, Gunnar Matheson. So that's 4 guys down. Monaco looks like he has some damage. Those guys were all a lap down, though, so that's why they had to stay back there. Bauers is the first one out, but 3 drivers staying out. Carter Friesen, he took 2 tires last week at Mosport, and it cost him everything. He crashed out. Nathan Stapleton had a great run at Mosport, starting on pole, came home with the top 5. And Peter Onjak in the 44, he will restart 3rd. With Carson Bauers behind him, Peter might be playing a bit of a team order strategy there. Hopefully for Bauers it'll work out if he can work around Peter real quick. The other 4 drivers bringing it back off of pit road. Anderson Reed had a horrible pit stop. He's 32nd. Brady Burkhart. Ryan Butcher, 27th now. That's heartbreaking. But the field now shaken up after pit stops, the second caution of the day here at the AAA 300. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the caution. The second caution of the day comes out. Eli Bright goes into turn 3 and gets dumped by Sebastian Kukulon. Looks like DJ Curtis's move on Kukulon at the end of the Mosport race, but Eli gets through. Thankfully, no one hits him in that number 8 truck, so he's able to continue on with this race. On board with team owner Jay Jefferson as Eli Bright hits him, but the transition from the apron to the banking pretty severe. You see a couple guys spinning, and it's all 4 chase drivers, 4 of the 10 chase drivers right there, all getting sideways. Bring us back to the action after this. Eli Bright, Sebastian Kukulon get together to bring out the second caution of the day down in turn 3 of the AAA 300.
At Discount Tire, we're not just about tires, we're about people. We take pride in getting you the right tire at the lowest price for your vehicle. If ever you're not satisfied with one of our tires, please feel free to bring it back.
Eagle One A to Z wheel cleaner removes stubborn brake dust easily. And Eagle One Wet Tire Shine applies a clear high gloss shine instantly. But why does NASCAR winner Mark Martin use premium Eagle One products exclusively?
And the winner, Mark Martin. When you're in the spotlight, you always want to look your best.
Eagle One A to Z wheel cleaner and Eagle One Wet Tire Shine for the perfect finish. Eagle One, are you ready for the attention?
Lights on the pace truck out. 23 of 80 complete. Coming around to lap 24. Top 3 have not pitted yet. They will have to pit in about another 20 laps. Around lap 45 to 50. Carter Friesen, your race leader, he must be going for bonus points, but this could be sketchy if this race goes green from here on out. It is a short track, though. Carter Friesen leads us down. Onjack is actually going to make a move on Stapleton, possibly helping Bauers get by that 49, and that's going to allow Bauers to sneak to the inside. And now Peter Onjack, he doesn't want just Nathan Stapleton. He wants this race lead, as here he goes now, going after Carter Friesen. Dives it in through turn 3. Big run off of the corner, and he is on the back bumper of that 85 down the front straightaway, putting pressure on Carter Friesen. I think Peter just wants to lead a lap now, but he is all over the back of that number 85 truck as they go through 1 and 2. Bauers clear into third. Perez and Cloud, your top 5. That's not good for Carter Friesen. Those guys being all the way up front could cost him big in this title hunt. Cloud now trying to work his way under Jose Perez. These two, one of the biggest rivalries for Cloud is Perez. Perez was able to beat him on the last lap pass at Las Vegas. Perez has crashed him before. Now, the Cloud going to make short work of that 35 as he makes a move. There you see, I believe that is Sebastian Kukulon, who just caused this last incident. He's up here, but look at Matty Porta in that number 20. He's up inside the top 10 after pit stops. A great run for Sauber Racing Team today. He sits right now, it looks like, as they go across the line. He's up to 8th. Diego Yepes back in 10th, as we were talking about. Shepherd Racing losing him at the end of the season, but they've given, Shepherd Racing has given him a lot of good opportunities this season to see what these backmarker teams are like and try to get that 77 improved. Up front, though, Carson Bauers now clears Peter Onjack for second as they are going down into turn 1. Bauers now trying to pull away with those fresher tires. This could be Carson's race. He has a speedy truck. Carter Friesen's been able to beat him, as you see right now. But Carter, 23 laps old on tires. Carson Bauers, or 28 laps old now. 23 was at the restart. Coming to lap 29 of 80. We still have a long way to go in this race, but Carson Bauers is the guy in second, chasing down Carter Friesen. If this race could go green the rest of the way, Carson could be sitting pretty, but so could Carter Friesen. These guys that pitted, they all have to come down again. They came in on lap 23. That's not enough to go another 50 laps and make it to the end of the race. Carter's going to try to stretch it and possibly stretch it to the very longest distance. If a caution comes out at all the rest of the race after he pitted under green, he's probably going to be trapped 1 or 2 laps down, and his strategy will blow up in his face. But if this goes green the rest of the way, Carson Bauers could have to pit. Carter Friesen could have to pit. Everyone could have to pit again. But Carter would only have to pit once, possibly win this race. Now, Sebastian Kukulon holding up Logan Cloud. You see Matty Porta on his back bumper. DJ Curtis has moved his way through the field as well. There you see Tim Foster up there. Looking at other chase contenders. Austin Murray dropping back. DJ Gibson stuck in the back. And Jay Jefferson, he had a pretty good pit stop, gained him some spots, but he's still back here in the pack as he's now passing Nathan Stapleton. He's still just outside the top, just inside the top 20. Looks like 19th right there. Brady Burkhart now looking to the inside of Galloway, looking a bit further back at all three SBR trucks right together, and the fourth one not doing too good in their part-time one, I guess. There's Irving Allison struggling at the back of this one. Anderson Reed's got a long way to go if he wants to get back up there and contend for this. That pit stop really cost him. Carter freezing up in front, but Carson Bauers is hot on his tail right into turn one, diving it in up to the back bumper, and he is there pressuring that 85. These top two pulling away here at the AAA 300. Now freezing up the track. Bauers is going to get a nose down to the bottom. They're going to be side by side coming across the line. Friesen leads that lap, but now Carson's going to have the preferred line, and that's going to be new race leader Carson Bauers. Two C's that are just confusing me. But Carson Bauers in that 25, now to the race lead, and already opened up about 2-3 truck lengths on it. A bit slower through 3 and 4, but those fresher tires, he has roughly 23 lap fresher tires than Carter. That's going to be big here late in a run. 35 laps on those tires already. On Jack clear into third. Cloud fourth and Matty Porta in fifth. He's not gaining too much on the 91 and 25 right now, but this is where he needs to be running. He needs to be up front and just hoping that he can pass them as this race goes on. Now, DJ Curtis moving on up a bit further back. You got Gatlin Downey, one of the drivers that really we thought could be the contender for the chase for Rockstar Energy Racing. Just did not happen at the end of the season. The 7 truck's been struggling. Kukulon has hit a brick wall. Cody Goforth and Gatlin Downey, the 2 stars of RER, I believe both are coming back to the team next season. DJ Gibson and Alex Peters, though, making a sandwich for that Rockstar Energy machine. The 2 Zachary Racing drivers. Gibson made the chase just on points. Alex Peters won at Auto Club. Did not do much else at the rest of the season, but the Chicagoland Big One cost him a chance at the chase. He fell back because of that race outside of the 2 wildcard drivers. Did not recover in the second Chicagoland race. Did not make the chase. Stephen Wallace Jr. in this 27. Talk about the underdogs up here. He's inside the top 13, looking actually for 12th on Alex Peters. A great run today for SWJ and North Border Motorsports. If they can keep this run up, they could be sitting pretty for next season, especially as SWJ moves over to the CFRO team. Right now, Neil and Bradley not doing the best out there, but they are still putting up decent numbers for the team right now. Carson Bauers pulling away. 40 of 80 complete this time by. Let's go ahead. Get a bit of a flyby as they head down into turn 3. The whole field up front, single file, but in the back, more 2x2. Some pack racing, technically, but single file further back. And there's the slower, probably more damaged trucks. And then Gunnar Matheson in that 72 is actually right there. Matheson just coming out of turn 2, and there's Carson Bauers. Now, Peter Onjak in this 44, there's nothing in the rules that say these guys cannot race in the chase for every position. But, of course, Peter might be running for a bit more. Carson Bauers in the race lead, his championship rival, Logan Cloud, right there. These two still have immense respect on the track for each other as Cloud goes for a dive bomb to the inside and squeezes that 44 up the track. Almost contact between the two of them there. Peter just trying to get a great finish, but he's still hoping Carson can come out with a championship for him. He's going to race these chase guys just like any other day. Matty Porta now looking to the inside of Perez. It's a Spanish name. He's from Mexico, but a Spanish name and an Italian driver side by side for that 5th position. And now Porta might look for a move on Peter Onjak as Logan Cloud is now all over the back of Carter Friesen for 2nd. Battle back here for 5th starting to heat up as Matty Porta is trying to bring himself up through the field after starting 25th today. He's gained 20 spots. Now looking for a run inside the top 5. As Carter Friesen in that 85 is all over the back of that 72 as Logan Cloud's all over the back of him. They're going to try to maneuver around. Gunnar Matheson, 43 of 80 complete. Carter has not pit at all this race, so about 50 laps is the max you can stretch it. He's going to be coming in soon for pit stops, but these guys came all down about lap 20-ish. These guys are going to have to pit with about 10 laps to go if this race goes green, so that could put some shenanigans in here. And if this race goes green, Carter Friesen could be sitting very pretty. But Carson Bauers has the truck to beat. He is out in front here at Richmond. We'll go ahead, take you guys to a quick commercial break, bring guys back to the action here in the AAA 300. Carson Bauers leading over Logan Cloud Carter Friesen, DJ Curtis, and Matty Porta, your top 5.
Crackin' Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Crackin' Gangnam Style. Break your nuts now. Crack. Pistachios. Crackin' Gangnam Style.
Side does it. Then we all go nuts.
Crack.
Wonderful pistachios. Get cracking.
Back live here at the AAA 300. We are under caution. A couple drivers have spun out. Carson Bauers coming down pit road. This might even be better for Carter Friesen. Doesn't have to hope that now the caution comes out. He gets the pit and might come out up front with these guys as everyone's coming in. This pit stop should be the final one of the day unless you're going for some major tires. Gunnar Matheson cannot come down. He is a lap down. Going to go ahead, pause the camera right there, see if everyone does indeed come down pit road. We had multiple incidents. Maxwell Fye is going to stay out. Eric Monaco, the 0-2, Alex Peters was down pit road, but those guys are all 1 or 2 laps down. Alex Peters came down pit road. We'll go ahead, take a look at that. But up front, Carson Bauers coming back down pit road. They're going to go up on the right sides there for that number 25. We'll see who will come out up in front as Carson's going to go for those 4 tires. Everyone went for 4 last time. Now we'll see what they do this time, as now they're all coming back out. Bauers will lead them back out. Cloud up to 2nd. Porta, Curtis top 4. Peter Onjak 5th. Tim Foster 6th. 3 wide with 2 Rockstar Energy guys and Jay Jefferson up there. Now you got the rest of the field coming out. So the top 4 will all be chase contenders. That is going to be an exciting restart there. Carson Bauers, Logan Cloud, Matty Porta, Curtis. Now I got Foster up there. There's Downey. Jay Jefferson's going to be inside the top 10, and you know he's great at Richmond. He's won here twice, once in the inaugural season of the Mountain Dew Custom Series and once in the inaugural season of the Crown Royal Truck Series. Alex Peters, though, might be staying out. He just came into pit. He might not be going again. Anderson Reed, horrible pit stops today for that 41 team. Irving Allison as well. They've lost a bunch of time. Carter Friesen, problems on pit road for him. He lost a chunk of time. But there were 2 incidents under commercial break we got to take a look at before we go back green. Let's go ahead and take you guys to those and see what happened to bring out the 3rd caution of the day here at Richmond. This caution could be a continuation of the CFRO John Dilks rivalry, as John Dilks is the one that spins out over Logan Bradley's bumper. Logan was a bit high, but John was a bit low, and especially coming off of the corner, it looks like those two kind of hooked together, and the 4 just got spun out. Bit of a better angle. As you see, the 94 was right on his back bumper, and the 4, I guess he was just trying to get down in front of the 94. They spin. So, looks to be a racing incident. We'll see if Logan Bradley will be able to continue on, if he has any damage, and John Dilks, those flat spotted tires, bring you guys back to the action after this. Lights on the pace truck go out this time by. Alex Peters will be lining up in front of the field. Carson Bauers will start this race up front. He's been up front for most of the day, but now he has his championship rival, Logan Cloud, sitting 2nd. Matty Porta now up to 3rd, trying to gain a lot, and DJ Curtis up to 4th. Peter Onjak, Tip Foster, Gatlin Downey, 3 guys not in the chase. They're right there, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Jay Jefferson moves up to 8th. Him, Matty Porta, and DJ Curtis all moving out from outside the top 25, now inside the top 10. Sebastian Kukulon runs 9th, and Austin Murray sits 10th. Goforth, Benyako, Gibson, Burkhart, Perez, Yepes, Stephen Wallace Jr., Neal, Butcher, and DeLello, your top 20, with the chase drivers of Carter Friesen 31st, Irving Allison 33rd, and Anderson Reed 34th. Pace truck down pit road. Carson Bauers and Logan Cloud leading us down. Green flags back in the air. We're racing once again here at the AAA 300 as Bauers gets a nice jump over Cloud. Both of them get a nice jump over Porta, but Bauers going to dive to the inside and make a move on Alex Peters. Cloud going to be held up by that 45. Can't arc the corner like he wanted to, and that's going to allow Carson Bauers to slip away just a little bit. Right off the bat, big one down here. 1 truck's upside down. It's the 21 of Zach Rogers. Anderson Reed is in it. Carter Friesen's in it. Irving Allison might have been in it. And now the field trying to avoid the caution. Carson Bauers slides it sideways. He should be able to get back in this, though. They're still crashing. right there. Carson is there in that 25. He should be able to get his position back, I would hope, and they will give it to him. They had to make evasive maneuvers down there in turn 1. Everyone was just spinning. Carson Bauers now going to catch himself back up to the pace truck. Logan Cloud right behind them. Caution right off the bat on this restart. Not much maneuvering allowed there, but that will be good for the 25 and 91. They cleared Alex Peters. Porta Curtis did not. That's helpful for them. Anderson Reed brings the 41 truck down pit road. They're going to have to repair that truck. And Carter Friesen, 2 weeks in a row, pit road is going to mire him back in traffic, and he ends up in a crash. Anderson Reed, heavy damage to that number 41, and that is heartbreaking, especially for what that scheme means to him. But we went over that in the pre-race. Reed's probably not going to be able to finish this race, or if he does, it's going to be by sheer willpower alone. That truck is very beat up, but Carson Bauers now in the race lead. Logan Cloud, Porta, Curtis, and Onjak remain your top 5. We'll go ahead, take a look, and see what happened. Carter Friesen's going to repair that truck. He's going to be back out. Anderson Reed, there's no way you can repair that truck without going a lap down. So, looks like the team's just going to have to salvage the points, and he's out. Anderson Reed, they take the team out of that one. At least maybe they'll be able to sell that off for charity for that 41 truck. Heartbreaking to see that one go to the garage, but another Angiato truck. The other 3 Angiato trucks are right now inside the top 6, with one of them leading. We'll go ahead, take a quick look, and see what happened to bring out the 4th caution of the day here at Richmond. The big one strikes here at Richmond. Riley Spurleytube right behind John Dilks. They get together, and it's going to look like the same thing that happened to Dilks and Bradley, except this time on the other end of the track. Spurleytube gets sent into the apron spinning, and you see Carter Friesen, Zach Rogers already wrecking, and Carter goes up in the air, lands on Irving Allison and Zach Rogers. Rogers ends up upside down. Looking at Carter Friesen now. This was a stack up on the restart. Zach Rogers making a big move. I don't know if that's necessarily legal, but they pinch together. Carter, they hit the safer barrier, and Carter goes flying. He has minor back pain right now, but the team said he is fine, and the NSDCA doesn't really care about medical conditions. Anderson Reed had the visor cam, though, in the 41. He was behind all this as they went 3 wide. Spurleytube dumped to the inside, and Bradley comes back up. Rogers just pinches them up, I guess, to avoid him, and heavy damage to the 41. Heartbreaking for such a touching tribute truck, but that truck will go behind the wall. Irving Allison, another chase contender, was at the back here. So that's 3 championship contenders in the chase that were involved in this one. Irving Allison in the 82, just really, he has nowhere to go. He's pinched to the outside. They're just going to pinch in front of him, and there's nowhere to go in that 82. He has some damage. You see Carter Friesen lands back on his roof like that. Zach Rogers upside down as Irving pushes him along. But big crash here today. Carter Friesen's on board. We'll show the best angle of it as you see the stack up already happening up there. It looked like it happened around the 01, the 13. Spurleytube just gets sent to the inside. Zach Rogers up the middle. Now you're in a TSR sandwich, and that's never good. And Carter just gets pinched in, and he's going to go flying over the catch fence almost. If he went the opposite way, that could have been really bad. But Carter continues on, and we are under caution for the 4th time today. It's the big one here at Richmond. Lights on the pace truck go out. It's 58 of 80 here, so we still have just 22 laps to go when we go back racing. Carson Bauers has maintained the lead all race long, but now Logan Cloud is going to be right on his back bumper. Porta 3rd, DJ Curtis 4th, and Peter Onjak 5th. Tip Foster, Gatlin, Downey, Jay Jefferson, Austin Murray, and Sebastian Kukulon, your top 10. DJ Gibson sits this race in the 14th position. As well, Stephen Wallace Jr., great run up in 18th. The rest of the chase contenders, though, pretty far back. Logan Bradley, not a contender, but they have called him to the NSDCA hauler after this one. Irving Allison sits 28th. Carter Friesen is out on track after going through the air. He's 31st, complaining of slight back pain, but he said he thinks he's good to go, so the NSDCA is going to let him. Carson Bauers and Carter Friesen leading them back around. Bauers looking for a great restart. He does not get that, as Cloud is going to be on the back bumper down into turn 1. Green flag's back in the air here at Richmond, and now Cloud right up to the bumper of that 25. Further back, Peter Onjak moves Matty Porta out of the way for that 3rd position as he's going to dive it on in. Angiato looking for a season-defining day right here. Now Matty Porta comes back down in front of DJ Curtis, but up in front, Carson Bauers trying to hang on over Logan Cloud. Cloud is right there in that 91. He's going to get a nose to the inside, and that's going to be the race lead. Give it to Logan Cloud in that 91 truck. Onjak and Foster now third and fourth. Alex Peters still in there, but do not count Carson Bauers out. He has a fast truck. Maybe he won't have it back in the pack. He's going to have to fight, and look at Austin Murray. That 88 truck's now into the fourth position as Onjak looking to the inside of Alex Peters. But Logan Cloud in the race lead. Bauers gets in a little too fast and walks it up the track, trying to get a run off the corner. The big threes looking to merge back together, but don't count out Matty Porta. We said he was the big four driver this season. He almost was able to win the regular season title as Austin Murray gets to the inside of Peter Onjak. That's going to be the big three up front. But Matty Porta, do not count him out. He's been fast all day, starting from the 25th position. He's up here. And don't count out Jay Jefferson ever at Richmond. He knows how to get it done. He's done it here before. Now trying to do it again is Logan Cloud now pulling away. Just 18 laps to go. Cloud and Murray, 3 wins apiece this season. Either of them winning the rest of the season could tie them for Diego Yepes's most wins in one season. Murray is gaining fast on Carson Bauers, and he is there. Tim Foster, last week's winner at Mosport, side by side with Onjak. He was looking for a move down in there. Peter throws the block. Jefferson clear into the 6th position, looking for another great finish here in Richmond. But now the top 3 are the ones fighting for this one. Logan Cloud absolutely pulling away in that number 91 truck. Eric Monaco, John Dilks, Paul Jackson, Maxwell Fye off the back, Carter Friesen and Matheson as well. Irving Allison has damage, Spurley Tube has damage, and they're crashing again. Dusty Neal's in it, and Stephen Wallace Jr. this time. The field jumps to the inside. They're all trying to make it through the corner as best as they can, especially without wrecking, and that's going to set us up for another restart, and Logan Cloud in that 91 truck. His lead will be gone, but now he'll have the 25 and 88 back on his rear bumper. Another spin coming off the corner. John Dilks is in the grass. Maxwell Fye's just going to destroy the truck the rest of the way. DeLello's in it. Neal's in it. Paul Jackson, he's been in about 4 crashes today. Finally, his truck's going to give out on him as they run around here. But Jackson's truck now blowing up in that 13 truck. Little bit of anger back there. Stephen Wallace Jr., 1 truck down pit road. That's Riley Spurley Tube. That 28's not going to go back-to-back. Though Texas Star Racing could still sweep the 3 Richmond races, Jay Jefferson does sit this race right now in the 9th position. Take a lot to pass him, but he is. There's Paul Jackson bringing that 13 truck back down pit road. Riley Spurley Tube, we'll see if they keep that truck out, if I can get back to him. Yeah, it's just going to be a quick in and out. Probably too late in the race to really need to salvage anything. We're going to go back racing with about 10 laps to go. And now Alex Peters still in the mix up there as a lap truck. But now the big 3 sit 1, 2, 3 here at Richmond. Cautions keep coming. This time, Cody Goforth, Stephen Wallace Jr., and Dusty Neal. Goforth gets sideways off the corner, sent into SWJ, who sends himself into Dusty Neal. A slight spin for both of them. No major damage for anyone in this part of the crash, but we'll see another angle shortly. There's Cody Goforth just getting sideways. Him, Stephen Wallace Jr. make contact. Neal is going to have to go down pit road for some new tires, but that's not all that happened. Later on in this incident, these 3 are on the apron, and that transition makes them spin as they applied the throttle. Paul Jackson, heavy damage out of that one, and he will most likely be out of this one. Smoke billowing from the 13. Goes back to the action after this. Lights on the pace truck have gone out at AAA 300. We're going to go back racing with 11 laps to go. Points leader Logan Cloud leads this race. Carson Bauers sits 2nd. Austin Murray 3rd. Alex Peters is a lap truck, but Tim Foster and Peter Onjak round out the top 5 with Sebastian Kukulon up here. Porta, Gibson, and Jefferson, another 3 chase contenders inside the top 10 with Alex Banyako rounding that out. DJ Curtis sits this race in the 13th position. Logan Bradley up at 17th. SWJ falls to 20th. Irving Allison sits 21st. Carter Friesen 29th. He's a few laps down. And that is it. As the rest of the field, Paul Jackson, Eli Bright, Anderson Reed, 21 of Zach Rogers, who has been checked and released from the infield care center, Antoine Smith, and the 7 of Kyle Corbett all out of this race. Logan Cloud trying to hang on. He's got 11 laps to do it, and he could tie Diego Yepes's record. Bauers wants a win, but Murray wants the record as well. Green flags back in the air here at Richmond, and Bauers with a nice restart. Onjak's going to look to the inside of Foster further back. Cloud gets pushed into the corner. maybe a bit faster than he wanted. Alex Peters gets that 45 up there. Cloud pulls away. Onjak trying to get in the mix again. Porta and Jefferson making a move to the inside of Kukulon as Austin Murray gets shuffled back. Now Cloud has to hang on over Carson Bauers. Bauers has never won in the CRTS, but he has a run now. Big run down the back straightaway, or front straightaway to the inside, and he clears Logan Cloud once again. 10 laps to go here at Richmond. Peter Onjak's clear into third. He wants to show that he is a threat to win races. Tip Foster slides it through, but here comes Jay Jefferson. Look at Ben Yako. Porta back there as well. Green flag hoping for the rest of this race, but Carson Bauers is your race leader. He is 9 laps away. Logan Cloud walks it up the track, throwing it in hard. Alex Peters is still up here. I don't know why. Austin Murray now all over the back of Peter Onjak. That's the battle for the third spot as Jay Jefferson tries to hang on for 5th over Alex Benyako. Now Austin Murray all over the back of his former owner, Peter Onjak. These two still have very strong connections. They are still Onjado is still the team that gave Austin Murray his break in the NSDCA, and he's going to try to win a championship this season. Now Onjak down to the up to the outside as Jay Jefferson is the one down to the inside. The Classic Season 1 championship battle, those two right there. Carson Bauers is pulling away just slightly, ever so slightly, from Logan Cloud. It's just over half a second now. Carson Bauers 6 laps away from a race win. These guys do not have to pit. They pit with enough fuel to run flat out the rest of this race. But Logan Cloud got some momentum that time by. Took it down by about a 1/10, and now he's gaining again. Carson Bauers is trying to win this race and show that he is a championship contender. Murray back in third is cleared. Jay Jefferson up to 4th has cleared. There's no way we're going to go back racing if a caution comes out, but he is still up here showing that he has the speed. But this is the battle we're going to watch. Carson Bauers trying to hang on over Logan Cloud. And we just have 4 laps to go this time by. Cloud slow out of turn number 2, but Bauers is going to walk it up the track as well. Very high up the track, out of the groove. Cloud clears into second, and he pulls back away from Murray. It's just now half a second again between the two drivers. Austin Murray, though, in third is there, but Carson Bauers just needs to hit his marks for another couple miles. Into turn 3 again. He runs that one nicely in this number 25, trying to get Onjado their 3rd win, their 4th win, actually. This is the only Onjado truck that has not won this season. 3 to go at Richmond. Bauers is pulling away. Cloud's not able to reel him in. Murray is reeling in Cloud. Further back, the battle for 4th. Jefferson now trying to hang on over Onjak, but Matty Porta trying for points as Jefferson moves Alex Peters out of the way. Murray is down pit road. 2 to go. And Austin Murray is down pit road. Dusty Neal is down pit road. These guys pit with enough fuel. There has to be an issue on those guys. Carson Bauers coming to the white flag this time by. He stays out. The 1 to go for Carson Bauers. The Verizon 25 has not seen victory lane. He has not won since his championship season in the NSDCA Mountain Dew Custom Series. And all he has to do is hit one more turn perfectly. Logan Cloud is not going to be there. He gave him a fight for the restart. Into 3 and 4. It is a first career win. Carson Bauers in the Crown Royal Truck Series. First career win in the CRTS. Porta barely loses to Onjak as people are down pit road. There was enough fuel. I don't know what happened. But Carson Bauers, he has done it. First career win. And you got to know that the field now is going to have to be scared. Logan Cloud and Austin Murray had 3 wins apiece. They didn't think Carson Bauers would be that big of a threat. They thought each other would be the threats. But now Bauers has shown that consistency pays off. And he is now a race winner in the CRTS. The last time he won in the NSDCA was the Mountain Dew Custom Series. He won 2 races and went on to win the championship. Can he do it this year? We'll have to wait and see. We're going to get the finishing order set up for you after a lot of guys came down pit road. I thought they would have made it to the end. Maybe there was more in those fuel tanks, or people just fueled less trying to save some weight. I don't know what that could have been, but you can't deny that Carson Bauers is putting himself as the one to beat in this chase. 14th top 10 in 17 races. Logan Cloud has 8. Austin Murray now only 10 as he pit that time by. Cloud will actually have his 9th this time around. But Carson Bauers, 14 top 10s. He came into this race the only driver under an average finish of 11th. And now Carson Bauers has a win. A lot of people have said if he wins the championship without winning a race, that could be wild. But he has that win now, and there's sure to be many more to come. Angiato having a career season, 4 wins for the first time in their career. They've only won once at any point in the NSDCA season, and now they have 4 this year. Jack Foster, Bauers, and Reed all have 1 career win. Anderson Reed, though, does not come home very strong. A damaged truck, heartbroken in that 41. But there's sure to be some positives out of that. He was racing for a just cause. That number 41 team is crashed out. Carter Friesen as well. That's going to be big hits to their points. 2 horrible finishes in a row, and Carter Friesen almost had 2 DNFs. Crashed out twice, though. He's going to lose a lot of time. Austin Murray coming down pit road at the end of that race is going to lose him many points, and this could be a 2-horse race for the chase win. Matty Porta and Jay Jefferson were the 2 closest chase drivers there. They came into this race 23 points back Jefferson and 29 points back Porta. They'll still be pretty far back, but they will be ahead of some other drivers. Allison, Curtis, Gibson didn't really have shining moments today. I believe Curtis did finish on track, but I saw DJ Gibson down pit road, so we'll get those points to you as well. Carson Bauers was able to take it back after he lost it on a restart. He gained it after a restart, came home, and took the race win. Logan Cloud pushed as hard as he could, but could not catch the speed of that 25. The pole to win for Carson Bauers, and he has his sights set on the Crown Royal Truck Series Championship. Thank you guys for watching all season long, and now with only 5 races to go before we crown our Crown Royal Truck Series champion, as well we have many more Mountain Dew Custom Series races left. It has been an exciting season full of crashes, tempers, and great battles leading into this chase. And Carson Bauers and Logan Cloud are looking to deliver on that and possibly go head-to-head the entire chase for this title. Thank you guys so much for watching the AAA 300 at Richmond, and we'll see you guys next time on the NSDCA.